Hello everyone. Now we are in the .NET Weekly videos, .NET 8.0 Weekly videos, week 18th or episode 18. We are going to continue to discuss what's left from last week. I'm still going to discuss about a little bit about WinForms, and then as promised, we are moving to WPF. But if time permits, I will try to tell you what's going on about WPF in .NET Core since 3.0, and now we are in .NET 8.0. But before that, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Also, you are welcome to share my videos to those who are going to learn about .NET in a more like journey way. Because like I have said before, when you are starting to learn and doing this with the actual code or project or whatever, then you are also going through a journey like I did. Actually, I'm coming from long before .NET Core. Like I'm coming from .NET Framework world. Especially, I'm coming from the initial version of .NET Framework before there was no generics, and until then there was a generic in .NET 2.0, and then we have a bunch of business of WPF workflow and WCF, and then comes the vision of .NET Core as the cross-platform .NET. And the next November will be the launch of .NET 9. As promised, I'm going to start discussing .NET 9. I'm going to start discuss from next week, and then yeah, uh, as I promised, I will provide a nice segue to .NET 9. Let's start to next slide. Yep, this is me. I'm Aryawan. My name is Aryawan Kusumawardono, and the photo with me is my wife. My GitHub ID is Aryawan. Yes, we are both in Indonesia. And please ping me if you come to Indonesia. And I'm also a member of .NET Foundations. Especially, it is a non-profit foundation to help open source project that is running on top of .NET. And also, you can come to .NET Foundation website, .NETFoundation.org. So we have now in the point 3. I will start point 4 when we are going to start to discuss .NET 9. Features is more like what you have in .NET 8, like WPF, WinForms, ASP.NET Core. That's all. Not the details of each feature, no. And that was new under WPF, WinForms, ASP.NET Core, or maybe the whole runtime thing. Then you'll find describe or more detailed description under each of those features. And although it is rarely mentioned, the choice of language always matters, as we have discussed before. That also affect what kind of template that you are going to do or you are going to create, uh, because almost all of the project are based on template, of course. Then also that affect the target framework. Especially, we all know that we have WinForms and WPF that comes from the .NET Framework is also being ported to .NET Core, which is now in the is available on top of the .NET for Windows, of course, because WPF and WinForms is only they are already running on Windows, of course. Let's move to the next one, and this week I'm going to discuss WinForms, WPF, and hopefully I got the chance to have a quick demo of Trimmer, which is I'm going to describe this in detail on next video. Yes, I'm focusing on the .NET 6. Okay, just a quick recap that the core technologies. And there is also features, of course, but this is more like the base core features, because again, if you are talking about base core features, you also need to mention about the tooling infrastructure such as the MS build, of course, the language compilers such as C# compiler, VB compiler, F# compilers, and also extensibility tools like .NET Tool with the whole ecosystem of the .NET Tool itself. And we also have the project system that defines how the creation of new project has the way to communicate back and forth between the tooling, and also way to be able to also to be understood by MS Build, of course. And this project system also has to define itself how it will interact with Visual Studio or other kinds of tooling, of course. Then we have Dreamer. Okay, I'm going to discuss this just in a quick way. So, why do I mention about WinForms? Now we are going to discuss WPF because WinForms in right now in .NET 8.0, the release. I was focusing on discussing the release version of .NET right now. So it is using Bootstrap that comes with .NET 6.0 and is using source generator behind the scene. Yes, we all know why is this important. This also resonates with WPF because WPF is also using source generator. I should mention here that source generator is only for C# for now, unfortunately. But although it's in for C# only, you can also do many things because it is basically tries to add more edit or what is the term for that? So unique features for your template mostly. Or if you know something about the regular expression, there is also such generator for that. Okay, we all know that WinForms has almost equal feature of data binding when compared to WPF. It is trying to be as close as possible to MVVM usage pattern. So there is a DPI improvement, like we have a Force Designer DPI unaware on the MS build. We have here more details about new features in .NET 8 and in .NET 7 for WinForms. Now, what's new in WPF? But let's discuss about WPF in .NET 6 to 7.0. WPF originally, of course, it is coming from .NET Framework, but the whole infrastructure and source code of WPF is not completely migrated to .NET Core. I should make this underline. And there is no way to work around this for now, I'm afraid. So, for example, we all know that there is a DLL that's related to WPF in the distribution of the runtime binaries for originally these DLLs are coming from the framework. Some of them are not open source, such as, for example, we have here mailcore.dll, and this is also crucial and important because again, the source code of WPF was not all open source since its introduction in .NET Core 3.0. But this also means that if that unmigrated file is also having bugs later found in the later release, then I'm afraid we cannot do something about it. And hopefully, there should be no new bug for now. Um, I hope so. That, as I mentioned before, we have source generator in WPF. Okay, now we are going to discuss the what's new in WPF in .NET 6.0. Unfortunately, what's new in .NET 6.0 WPF? They are not they are not having a specific documentation for that, I'm afraid. And and these two that I found here, is by looking directly at the commit history compared to those versions, of course. There was a report of having some problems on the package reference on WPF. It is now bug free. And then there's also this one is the .NET 6.0 is starting release to support ARM. And also I should also mention in the WinForms, .NET 6.0 also support WinForms in ARM. And in .NET 7 we have these kinds of improvement for WPF. First one is the nicest one, reducing boxing unboxing, meaning that this will increase performance in terms of when you are dealing with the castings by having reduction to boxing and unboxing, meaning that you are going to cast the object not to base object of .NET, the system dot object, and you are going to cast directly the nearest inheritance. Like, let's say if I have an animal and the derivation of animal is cat, dog, and bird, for example, then we are not going to have that boxing and unboxing back and forth between object, especially when we are dealing with collections. Next one is also important. We are having this improvement on minimized memory allocation, and then performance improvement. Also, since we are dealing with UI, usually you need to have some improvement on accessibility, and you will see the details on these docs and also on the blog's announcement, because somehow the blog announcement is more detailed when it's compared to the official docs. Okay, right now we are going to discuss .NET 8.0. The first one is support hardware rendering acceleration when run in remote desktop. Usually, when you have a WPF, even in the .NET Framework world, when that app is being run inside a remote desktop, it will always use software rendering by default. Now you will have a hardware rendering acceleration when run in remote desktop. Okay, and then we have a new open folder dialog control to open and select a folder. This new control also refactor the, I have typos here, inheritance of open file dialog and save file dialog. So before that, most of the class here inherits from common dialog, which is now, there is a intermediate class in between. It is called common item dialog. And file dialog derives from this one, and open folder dialog derives from common item dialog. There are also new dialog properties, which is I'm going to show you in the documentation after this. And for more information about the folder dialog, open folder dialog, see also this official blog this, and official documentation is available here. .NET Desktop WPF was new .NET 8.0. This additional view sometimes by default it points to .NET 9, but you can also customize it later. And I'm now giving you the focusing on 8.0 documentation. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick demo of Winforms and WPF. I'm going to focus on WPF first, of course. We have here Visual Studio. So I already create a new project of WPF in the source. I push the changes, and of course, I could show you how I create this project in WPF. And the option that we have here is having the same option if you are going to create new project for WinForms. So dash H, you see, quite the same. Starting from Netcore app 3.1, WPF since 3.0. Interesting. Why WinForms is only Okay. We have only this kind of difference. Other other options are the same. We are having the same features. So just to quick recap here, the source is having a global JSON set to .NET 8. Yep, set to use .NET 8.0.300 as the SDK version. And every time I do the .NET new, of course, it will always be logged in this version. So there you are. Yeah, I'm also still focusing on .NET 8 for now. Now you have seen the equation. Let's open the solution. This one. I'm going to open. Oh, by the way, I have renamed the solution name. Previously, it was Hello.NET Console. Right now, I'm using General.NET Weekly Samples as the name for overall general discussion, without looking at the legacy or ASP.NET Core or specific. So let's open the solution. If you remember what I have shown in the last video, I'm still using the preview settings. The preview settings means that if I'm viewing WPF and Winforms for Netcore, it will run on out of process. Unfortunately, I don't know how to nicely demonstrate to you. Hopefully, I can do that in the next future videos. But right now, let's try to open this one. We have here a designer of WPF. This is actually designer of .NET Framework. If you wonder what it is, but uh, I have to undo this. So going to zoom it for about 66%. And okay, we have nice document outline. We also have this in the .NET Framework. I'm going to simply add a button. So I'm going to demonstrate to you the open folder dialog. Just add a button here. Where is button? Put it anywhere. I'm going to give it some name. As usual, I usually prefix the control with the control tab and then the actual name. Open folder dialog. And the text is the content of that button. Let's have it do open folder. If you see me directly editing this, you see that this source code is more declarative, and also I can edit here and it will directly reflect it into the designer. So I will add here. Maybe it's too long, but yeah, bear with me. Okay, we have do open folder dialog in .NET 8. I'm going to increase the size a bit more, I think. Maybe I should directly type in here. Make it 75%. Don't forget the percent sign. Okay. Save all. Go back to toolbox. Maybe I should pin this. I'm going to give additional event handle for this one, just to do something when there is a click action. So let's go to event here. Yep. And double click. So every time there's a click, I'm going to open that new open folder dialog. What is this? Do not access? No. Maybe I should try to compile this. Well, this should go away. You see? It is succeeded. Okay. I should show you the content of the CS branch here. And just as we have mentioned before, since we are using WPF as the project template, you will see that I have used WPF set to true. And for the WinForm sample, we have here use Windows Forms is set to true. So go back to WPF. We have by default in .NET 8, we have implicit using enable set to enable, nullable sets to enable. So we have nullable enable or nullable to true, and implicit using is enabled by default. This is why the source code looks like this. And additional non-space we could should be cleaned, but we could ignore it. There is initialize component. If I go to definition, cannot navigate. Man, okay. So this guy always here. Unfortunately, I could not go or try to inspect that, but never mind. Okay, the one I'm going to show you next is the documentation that mentioned about openfile.dialog. But for now, let's go to the what's new in .NET 8 about WPF. So we have here WPF in .NET 7. This is the official blog of .NET. You'll see that it contains the detail of the improvements, especially directly linked to the pull request of that improvement. And this is the official blog that describes the WPF file dialog improvement with this addition of this new open folder dialog. Okay, I'm curious. I don't remember is this guy available on the tools or not. Let's check on the Visual Studio. Go back to the design. Check whether we have that new dialog something open folder dialog. Okay, we don't have it. Even for the open file and also save file. Okay, I was I was thinking, will it be available like WinForms, because that kind of dialog is available in WinForms. So let's say if I open this guy and I don't have the forms, really? Okay, it is now changing. The designer is loaded. Hopefully, should not take long. You see, all of those open file dialog, save file dialog is available in WinForms, and we don't have that on WPF. This is why I mentioned in the slide. I'm going to discuss a little bit WinForms, just to show you that we don't have a full comparison between these two UI. I said this legacy because it is coming from the framework and it only runs on Windows. So okay, let's go back to the XAML. Now I'm going to copy the code here. So let's go back to the original source code and publish. Yeah, here open folder dialog. Open folder dialog is within the namespace of, well, Microsoft Win32. Yeah, it's in the DLL of presentation framework. We have here, yep, it is added manually or automatically, in the sense of after I just copy and paste, and then let's try to run it. Set this as the startup project. Maybe I should put debugger here. Or if I click OK, then it will be true, otherwise it's false. Okay. Let's try to run this guy. It should be quick because I'm only using one TFM. And do this. So before it is open, oh yeah, I have to step through this one. Yeah, this is not a very good sample because this show dialog return value must be set to a variable first, because otherwise I could not debug this one. Okay, let's just continue and let's select any folder. I'm not going to select this one because it is my Windows folder. Okay, just this one, book writings, select. Let's see the folder name. Yep, it should be, yeah, correct. Yeah, book writings. And there should be message box show. I just click continue to run it. I pick this one. Okay. Why there is a dollar sign? Honestly, I don't know. uh, oh, is this a bug? Okay, let's try to debug this again. And I'm going to go to the same folder, book writing. Select this one. Folder name should be like this. And there is no dollar. I think this might be a typo on the source code, right? Because this dollar should not be there. I don't know why they put dollar sign. Because then you have the dollar on the before the folder name. Book writing. Okay. Now I'm going to test, but for now I'm going to remove this just to show you that it has to run this one first without any interruption. What I'm going to test is the support for changing the theme. If you see that this was a problem on back on the Winforms. Let me show you. So, oh, okay. Before that, this is why I'm trying to get the uh, notable features compared from 5 to 6. I directly see the community stories here. So it took me more than 10 minutes just to see what are the notable improvements in .NET 6 compared to .NET 5. But okay, I'm going to search for waveforms. This one is also something that is related to WPF in .NET 6 on the SDK side, not on the WPF side. So I'm going to open this waveforms. And most of the issues related to the detection of the dark theme or support for dark theme is fortunately is also marked for up for grabs, meaning that you can try to solve this one. Or sorry, no, right now they name it have wanted, and you'll see that dark mode, dark mode, dark mode, dark mode. So when the tool strip panel is set to dark mode, they have the wrong back color, improve visual contrast, the drop down button of type here not in dark mode. These are all the related issues, or you can say it is a bug related to dark mode support or dark theme. Actually, dark theme support. They prefix it with dark mode. This is why brings me some kind of curiosity, and I'm going to test this. So right now I'm going to open folder dialog here and going to change my theme. Yeah, of course I have to turn many things. Okay, what I have now is light theme. Now I'm going to change to be dark theme. Where is the setting for themes? Oh, it's under personalization and themes. Okay, we have a light, dark, spotlight, sunrise. Okay, let's use this dark theme, and we still have this kind of look. If I switch to dark, will it change? It should be right because all of the elements of Windows, such as these settings, and also if you open this one, oh, this one is not changing. Uh, Explorer is also changed. I should open this, but let's see. Oh, it is reflected immediately. This open folder there, which is nice. I don't know how they do it, but we'll see. That would be also a good homework or good opportunity to learn about the internals. How are we dealing with the changes in the themes, like I said just now. So I'm going to, okay, this also open. If I change back to the light, does Explorer knows about that? Oh, it is reflected. And this guy also, yeah. So to me, it is nice to know that we have no bug in this new open folder dialog. This is nice. Okay, just click cancel and then, oh, it seems, of course, it will not fall here because so dialog will return false. Yeah, this is expected. So if I found this buggy, then I will make a issue report. Fortunately, it is not buggy, which is good news. And then I'm going to discuss about a bit more about this WPF. WPF was actually a has a layer that tries to communicate back and forth between the .NET CLR to DirectX, and this is also one of the reason that not all of the WPF DLL that is coming from .NET Framework are fully open source. So hopefully, if I'm lucky, I will have that kind of explanation. Presentation native is empty. VC runtime, this is also empty. But you'll see that it has support for ARM 64-bit, Intel or AMD 64 and 32-bit. And it has also, oh no, it's only, looks like it's only supporting ARM 64-bit. Okay, this is interesting. Why is this guy is showing zero? I mean, there is a project. This is actually Visual C++ project. You see, it has a VCX project file extension. This means Visual C++, CPP, but it has no file. Oh, it is looking for the redistributable. Nice. Is this also looking for redistributable? Looks like. Presentation native paths underscore presentation native files. Yeah, okay. The compiler is also showing empty project, I believe. Okay, let's look at the description. Originally in the README, they mentioned about something that they are not going to open source all. Right now, it's somehow it's not mentioned here at all. Okay, code base is forked in yes. My diverse. Yes, .NET Core is the future of .NET, of course. And the update on .NET Core 3.0 and forward looking. This is not nice. They should mention it because previous README they say that they are not going to open source all of them. Let me see the README directly and look for any modifications. Okay, license paths. Let's go back to the .NET 5 time frame. That should be on. And now we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 2021, I believe. Oh, okay. We can. We don't have to go back very further. Yeah, CI build definition. Initial report docs. Readme formula. Is there a discussion tab? Okay. Let's look for source, open source. Open sourcing update. Okay. Yes, as I have mentioned before, this DLL is not open source, and not just milk core, but also this presentation native core, and also this library WPF KFX are not open source. Okay, which is makes me wonder. These two are somehow contradict. WPF KFX core 3. Let's look at the link pull requests. Open sourcing WPF KFX and LMC KEN LMC. Don't know why. Oh, meaning this guy be linear span dot lib. Okay, these JLL are using this guy. Okay. It should be clear enough, but yeah, okay, I got it. So let's look more. Is there any other things related to open source? Open source community goals. Source data binding. Yes, there is a bit more problems in this time frame, October and September 2022, that some of the PRs from community are not merged at all. It has to be merged in October 2022, but they merge in I think in the end of 2022. So League of Legends, I don't know. .NET WPF test as module inside .NET WPF. What is this? It's more like showcasing someone else's project. I don't think this is quite important. Community review. Let's see. Okay. Community goals. Support implicit usings in WPF. Yes, it has been there in .NET 7 since .NET 7. Okay, great. Yeah, this is one of the frustration of you know more than 5 years of no merging from community at all. Oh, so it is more than 1 year without any confirmation of any kinds of merge or not. Man. Okay, let's go back to this one. this discussion, like I already told you before, or I proved my points that yeah, there was a problem during this period. Okay, discussing the repo, and let's try to discuss other nice features about WPF. Let's go back to the 408. We have hardware acceleration. Um, hardware acceleration. Unfortunately, I don't know how to quickly demo this to you because I only have one laptop and I don't have any host. Maybe I could try to demo it on my other box. I mean, virtual machine box. Okay, let me try to demo it to you. So, okay, I need to look at my timer. Okay, still have some time. Let's try to do this. I'm going to fire up my VM virtual machine. It is been off. I'm going to start it and give it some time because this is actually a server. And while we are waiting this to be fully online, we are going to make it as a self-deployed. So, okay. I will going to make it as a purely, let me see the option here, purely self-contained. And also I'm going to set the publish single files to true. Going back to the documentation here, I'm going to single file deployment, open this one in a new tab. Yeah, I'm going to add this one, single file set to true, and self-contained. I'm going to just copy this. Well, hang on. What is the... okay. The project is optional, but I'm going to specify it anyway because I need to specify the actual project that I should publish. So .NET publish. Oh, I need to close the solution for now to prevent Visual Studio from blocking the files. This one. Okay, let's use dash dash sc. Want to copy the this guy and give it a runtime identifier. Please bear with me. I already discussed this runtime identifier on the previous video. So I'm going to make it WinX64. This one. Okay. I should give it before I see to ensure I have the correct meaningful command execution. So I'm going to publish this sample WPF project. Give it a runtime identifier of WinX64. This is also self-contained. Self-contained means that the runtime is also comes with the resulting publish. And then I also force them to make it as a single file. So this will take some time. Hopefully it should not be this long. Okay. Yeah, we have .NET workload updates available. But I'm not going to run this for now. I'm going to go to this folder. Let's see. Oh, it's not fully single file. We have the those native DLL still available. Don't worry. I'll try to generate this as a zip. Where is that? Compressed to zip file. Nice thing it supports other kinds of compressed file format. I'm going to. We have here 64 megabytes. So let's try to copy and paste. Okay, I'm going to connect. Yeah, with this resolution. Okay, we have a pop-up of using Azure Arc. I should ignore this. Yeah. Okay, it is up right now. It's running. Before I paste it into this VM, we have here them. Okay, .NET console. No, no, I'm not going to update this one now. But let's see the settings. Um, remote desktop settings. Enable remote desktop. Yeah, I need to use this as the domain name. I'll keep it that way for now. Oh, I have here. It's already been there. Let's try to connect. Yes. Yes. Close this. Or I should say this one. And log off. Yeah, let's keep it this way. Um, but oh, sorry, I need to copy and paste. Need to copy and paste this file and let's just close this. Copy and paste to this tab. Publish. Hopefully I can do this. Extract all. Yeah, should not be this long, I hope. Okay, we have this. And let's see the look and feel of this simple WPF. And should be able to run on this machine, right? Okay, to open folder dialog here. Oh, now it is okay. Looks good. So everything looks good. Yeah, everything looks good. And my current setting of this VM, it is using the hardware acceleration. Okay, let's if I'm not mistaken, it is set in here. Where is it? Okay, settings. Display. Where are you? Oh, well, no. There is something about that. I forgot the actual location of the settings, but I think we can try to compare it. Hopefully, I can have a different look and feel. So we have here this one. Mhm. This is just also a nice way of demoing that you can also have WPF besides the uh, yeah, you pick this one. Okay. Besides the Winforms, that you can run it without any installation of .NET SDK on this VM. But this is not the goal of this demo actually. Uh, wait. Okay, let's try to test this. Okay, this is the loop of the VM session. I'm going to capture this and open an image editor. Then I'm going to log off. And then I'm going to run remote desktop again. Remote to this machine. I just press yes. And yeah, everything is a little bit blurred. We'll see. Just go to this and try to run. I think it will have a worse look. Mm, yeah, I have to scroll up again. Yeah, I should set the resolution to be lower to my monitor. Okay, to open. Oh, oh. There is no difference. Okay, looks like this is not the correct one to debug. It seems everything looks the same. Hang on, I'm not going to just do the proper way of setting the document display. Uh, no, could not do that. Uh, well, how to show run? Hmm, hmm, hmm. It just went log off. There you are. Log off. Log off. Okay. I could not log off from desktop. Remote desktop. Oh, yeah. I just disconnected. So it seems there is no much for the development. Can be that even using the software rendering still okay on my machine. But now I'm going to set that option to true using the. It seems I don't have enough time. Okay, I'll try to demo that if I have some time next week. But I'm going to show you about the trimmer. So the generated file is now zip as 64 megabyte. I'll try to use trimmer and we'll see that will it be smaller or not. And let's open this web document page that I have already opened. Publish trim. Publish stream should be set in. Yeah, I know. Let's just use this publish stream. Before that, I need to be sure that it will not break the compatibility against the self-contained or something like that. It seems okay to me. Publish self-contained. Let's try against this WPF. So I'm going to paste the next option to here. Publish stream set to true. Okay, just to double check, I'm going to move the folder so it is not locked. Enter. Table is not supported or recommended with trimming enabled. Okay, this is surprising. Please go to aka.ms. Okay, let's try to go to this website and see. Did I mention about WPF? Because here is Win x64. This is confusing. Let's look for WPF in this. No mention about WPF at all. The error says WPF is not supported or recommended with trimming enabled. Is there any kinds of mentioning that for Windows only project it is not supported? No? Self content. With support of .NET 6, I have .NET 8 and should be no problem. Prepare .NET libraries for training. Okay, this is somehow, yeah, when WPF somehow still has some codes that related to com plus com plus it seems okay, it's built in com. Let's try to use this against Winforms. If it is successful, then this will be nice. Okay, .NET publish or maybe okay, I just use .NET publish sample Winforms. Um, copy the remaining one. This. Let's see. Will I have the same error message? I should have it because Winforms is also using com. While waiting for this to finish, I'll try to look for any, is there any documentation about this guy, this error message. Um, Unfortunately, oh, okay, we have a GitHub issue. It's more like feature enhancement request. It's still being worked on, I'm afraid. So the latest update is on September 17. Okay. Oh, I need to specify the okay, the framework that I'm going to use for this one. I'm going to set with -f and use network.0-windows to be maximally applicable on all platforms, hopefully. Mhm. Now we also have the same error message that WinForms are not supported. Oh, okay. They have a different error code. Uh, yeah. Oh, that SDK. So, okay. Not supported at all. Yeah, they say that you can also supply this suppress WinForm stream error, but to me, it is not helpful because you are hiding the supposed to be error instead of actually generating the valid or the legit DLL of that publish. So, from that guide. Okay, there is also this. Hmm, I think I don't have I don't have time to research this further. Maybe I'll try to ask in the discussion. But this is interesting actually. It's very interesting. Let's try to publish with the publish single file, and we are going to use these publish for ASP.NET Core. Just bear with me for now. I'm trying to create a sample demo. These two are not working well, and maybe it's time to yeah to ask for this in the .NET SDK. But for now, Going to publish this sample SPNet core, and I'm going to copy the remaining options. Let's use Win64. Hopefully this should be enough. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to use publish stream for now, just to look for any differences. Okay, going to run this guy. It will try to generate that single file. And let's look at the Explorer. Oh, I'm going to copy this and change to that folder. Okay, we have here a 93.6 megabyte. So I'm going to create a zip of this guy. Wait for a moment and take 0 and trim. We have 42.3 megabyte. And now if I use trim against that project, whoa, publish trim. That's right. Request unsafe reference or request unreference code attribute. Again, I have this strange warning. Research pages do not currently support trimming or native AOT. Okay. Oh, let's try to ignore this one. The warning is IL2104. We have here release publish. Oh. Paste. Open new tab. I'll try to compress it first. And try to mark with different naming. Now it is trim. For the trim. Oh. Oh. Let's just refresh this. That zip file should be below, hopefully. Or started with P? No? Okay. Interesting. So yeah, this proves it is very well trimming some things. If I open this one, yeah, it seems okay. Lab, okay. So 93.6 to 93.6 MB to 40.5 MB. This is the untrimmed one. What about the trimmed one? Oh, very small. It's now 9 MB. So it works well for ASP.NET Core, which is quite uh, uh, so it works well for ASP.NET Core, and this is quite amazing things to know. Now that you have learned some basic demo on trimming, I'll try to discuss trimmer in the next week, and also try to provide you a nice segue to .NET 9, because it is clearly you will see, or we are going to have the launch of .NET 9. I suggest you to watch .NET Conf in this date. So it's November 12 to 14. I may have some delay on creating this video. Hopefully, it should not be, because yeah, I'm also excited to watch this as well. So maybe for next week, I will have some delay on publishing my video. It will be not the on time, Thursday 7 p.m. In Indonesia time, or UTC +7 or GMT +7. It will be more like on Friday, but I'll try to be as soon as possible. But to me, again, excitement to watch this .NET Conf is also very, very intriguing. Like, you'll see lots new things. You have a very nice rows of speakers. Especially you have David Fowler. I don't know. Can I get the agenda? You have here Stephen Tubb, Matt Storgerson, Steve Sanderson. Mary McGow is quite famous because she is in the Winforms team, as far as I know. And Scott Hunter. Okay. What would be the agenda? Okay, I'll just click accept. Welcome to, yeah. So we have more than one speaker for this one. That would be 11 p.m. to, okay, my late night for GMT +7. What's new in .NET Aspire? What's new in C# 13? What's new in Blazor? Maui. Okay, what's new in .NET Runtime Libraries and SDK? We have here Emo and Richard Lander. Performance improvement. Yeah, Stephen Tubb is the best guy to discuss performance improvement in .NET. And then AI application. Okay, Luis Quintanilla. Open API in .NET 9. This is a little bit more. Somehow you can see it as a not so good thing that comes, because they are going to replace the Swagger that is using the Swagger from the community, and they are going to have their own open API starting from .NET 9. Build hybrid apps with .NET Maui. Yeah. Oh, is there Winforms? I see Mary McGowan. It should be mentioned here for any kinds of. Oh, okay. Will Wagner. Roy Kundanala. What's new Windows apps? SDK 1.6. This is interesting, because usually Windows App SDK is not guaranteed to be running within the schedule of .NET, but it seems now it is starting to be synchronized. It's like a almost having the same trend of release or release trends, or if you want, you have a release cadence as well. Okay, easily improve. Okay, now we have WinForms. Build your own .NET Aspire integrations. Yeah. Try to not to miss any interesting session here. I know that .NET 9 is odd version, meaning that it will have only 1.5 years of support. But this is also the starting release that you will not have binary formatter. Uh, that is to me it's very important. This is why I decided to also give my some time to learn about .NET 9, because I know that I'm not currently working on WinForms for my daily job, but on my previous employment or my previous work, I've done some WinForms work, and it relies heavily on using the binary formatter things. Then, of course, it will be hard to replace that. But since I'm not working there anymore, it means that, yeah, some people may say, okay, you can just ignore because you are not working there anymore. But to me, it is also my curiosity, a lot of curiosity, because a lot of customer base, large customer bases are using that, because it's hard to replace that. And you cannot just use, okay, let's just use yes and no. It is not that simple, because binary formatter is already being used everywhere. For example, if you try to use SOAP, that way to embed any kinds of payload of data such as dataset, by default it will try to use binary formatter, as far as I know, to serialize and deserialize that. And I know that we don't have SOAP anymore in the .NET officially. Yeah, I said officially. You'll see that there are some vibrant community works on enabling SOAP for .NET Core. Let me try to search for that. I think I'm going to open new tab. So they are using WCF, looks like, if I'm not mistaken. So how to build subsurface with SPNet Core Stackify? What is Stackify? This is suspicious. Let's go to the Stack Overflow thing. Okay, it seems like also work before netcore. How to call? Yeah, WCF. Yeah, you can use WCF client only, not for the WCF server side. There is, yeah, this is one of the community that I mentioned. They have implemented SOAP core, but it is not quite complete. Yeah, I think okay. Nice thing that they mentioned here. No support for WS asterisk specification. No support for MTOM. MTOM, I think it is being used in the SOAP service if you try to encode using binary, and that MTOM in the end will, as far as I know, is it will use binary formatter. No support for security other than HTTPS. Okay, no behaviors of token. Yeah, yeah. This website is correct. It's still a long way from full WCF. Yeah, there is no direct mapping of WCF server to netcore. This Stack Overflow question and answer only discussing the WCF client, not exactly support for WCF server. Okay. It is using SVC util. Hmm. The service reference provider tool. Let's open this guy. Yeah. Connecting your ASP.NET Core to WCF server. You cannot have your own WCF server, full WCF server on .NET Core. To use the extension, there is also tool, CLI tool, something like SVC util, as mentioned in this Stack Overflow also. And yeah, so that this is not nice actually, because if you follow the original introduction of those WGF, it is also introduced with WPF and WF or Workflow Foundation. Those three are the pillars of the .NET 3.0. I mean, not the .NET Core, but .NET Framework 3.0, and it's being enhanced in .NET Framework 3.5, and then further enhanced in .NET 4.0, and then 4.5. And now we are not seeing any further additional feature development for WCF, especially after .NET 4.5, as far as I know. So I'm afraid we cannot do this, and this is why I'm not mentioning WCF in the features. Actually, I consider this that yeah, we have to face, because you can only generate code for the WCF client, or create a WCF client, not for fully functional WCF server on the .NET Core side. Okay, that concludes this video for now. I have given you demo about this one, this trimming trimmer, and hopefully we have some time to discuss more in detail about trimmer next week. Maybe I should start from trimming a console with some external NuGet package to be used, not just those NuGet from Microsoft. Yep, that concludes this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also feel free to share my videos. I'm also available on LinkedIn as well. You just search my name, and we can also continue to discuss on LinkedIn, because I usually share my video link during the date or the day of the publishing. Like tomorrow, I will share this video, because I'm not doing it on Wednesday. It takes me some time to really publish this. Oh, I have my clock turned on. It is quite late in the morning, and thanks for having me to show this video and see my video. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to share it, and feel free to give feedback to my video. See you next week. Bye bye.